Whispers of the Haunted Asylum. A tale of redemption.
Amidst the sprawling expanse of an overgrown forest, hidden away from the prying eyes of the curious, stood the decaying ruins of what was once the Haunted Asylum. Its ominous facade, adorned with broken windows and ivy-covered walls, had long been a magnet for urban explorers seeking the thrill of the forgotten and the eerie. One fateful autumn evening, a group of 5 daring adventurers assembled at the entrance of the asylum. Their flashlights pierced the encroaching darkness, revealing shattered glass, graffiti, and the eerie silence that had enveloped the place for decades. Their leader, Sarah, a fearless enthusiast of the paranormal, led the way. As they ventured deeper into the asylum's corridors, the air grew colder, and the whispers of the past seemed to echo in the shadows. It was said that the Haunted Asylum had been a place of unspeakable horrors, where gruesome experiments on the mentally ill had taken place. Patients had vanished without a trace, and the asylum had been abruptly closed down, leaving behind a legacy of terror. Their exploration led them to the basement, where the most sinister rumors originated. As they descended the creaking stairs, they were greeted by rusty cages and discarded restraints. The oppressive atmosphere weighed heavily on their shoulders, but their curiosity was insatiable. In a small, dimly lit chamber, they stumbled upon a collection of old patient records. As they leafed through the pages, they uncovered accounts of the cruel experiments, the suffering of the patients, and the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Jonathan Hawthorne, the asylum's chief physician. Just as unease settled in, the flickering of their flashlights caught something in the corner of the room. A figure, gaunt and clad in rags, stood before them. Panic seized the explorers as they retreated, but the figure only let out a mournful wail before vanishing into thin air. This encounter, however, was only the beginning. The asylum seemed to come alive with vengeful spirits, patients long forgotten seeking retribution. The explorers were pursued through the twisting hallways by anguished souls, their tormented cries filling the air. As they reached a dead end, trapped and trembling, Sarah made a startling revelation. She had recognized the name on one of the patient records, Jonathan Hawthorne, the missing doctor. He had been a patient in his own asylum, driven mad by his own experiments. Desperation gave way to understanding. These spirits weren't seeking revenge on the explorers, they sought justice against the one who had caused their suffering. Sarah decided to communicate with Dr. Hawthorne's tormented spirit, vowing to help him find peace. In a hauntingly emotional encounter, Sarah used a makeshift Ouija board to communicate with Dr. Hawthorne. Through trembling hands, the doctor spelled out his remorse for the atrocities he had committed. He longed for redemption. In a twist that sent shivers down their spines, Sarah decided to help the doctor find closure. With a heavy heart, she promised to reveal the truth about the asylum's dark past to the world, ensuring that the horrors committed within its walls would never be forgotten. As the first rays of dawn broke through the asylum's windows, the vengeful spirits began to dissipate, their torment eased by the prospect of vindication. The once forgotten asylum had found its voice, and Sarah and her companions left with a solemn vow to expose the horrors that had occurred there. The forgotten asylum had one final secret to reveal: the power of redemption and the enduring spirit of those wronged by history's cruelty.